Hi everyone, this is Joshita Ramisetti. Today we are going to be doing the second experiment in the Faith STEM Club second semester, which is the elephant toothpaste experiment. I've been so desperately waiting to do this elephant toothpaste experiment since I saw the elephant toothpaste world record on YouTube. Well, I cannot wait. So let's get started. Now it's experiment time. So here I have all my materials and ingredients I need for the experiment. And here I have a water bottle and a tray. So here I have half cup of hydrogen peroxide. Here I have food coloring. I actually did have liquid food coloring. I used warm water and powder food color to make it like in a liquid food color. In here I have 3/4 tablespoons of yeast. Here I have 2.40 teaspoons of dish soap or adult dish soap. Here I have some warm water, and here I have some mixing tools and a container so I can mix my yeast and warm water. And here I have a funnel just in case if I'm unable to get any of the ingredients into the water bottle. So now, first step, we're going to be mixing the yeast and warm water. So I'm mixing the yeast in here, putting the yeast in there, and now I'm gonna mix it with warm water. Don't worry, this is not hydrogen peroxide. I labeled my hydrogen peroxide. This is actually 2 tablespoons of warm water. Now I'm gonna be mixing the yeast until it's fully dissolved. We'll come back after the yeast is fully dissolved. Okay, now that the yeast is fully dissolved, I'm moving on to the next step. So the next step is to add hydrogen peroxide into the water bottle. So I'm going to be adding that. And remember, this is half cup of hydrogen peroxide. I don't want any spillsies, so I'm just using a funnel. Now I'm going to be adding my food color. This is totally optional. I'm just doing it for the color. Now I'm going to be adding the dish soap. I'm going to be adding the dish soap manually without a funnel. I'm going to be needing my mixing tool to fully now that my dish soap is in, I'm going to give it a little mix in the water bottle so that all the ingredients there mix very nice. Oopsies. Okay, now that the hydrogen peroxide solution is done, we're going to be doing the final step, which is adding the yeast activist into the hydrogen peroxide solution. Let's see. Oh, it's happening. It's happening very slowly because the container is actually really big. I mean, the water bottle is actually pretty big. And there we go, it's coming out. Wow, that's really beautiful. I really love the color. Wow, it looks so foamy. I just want to touch it. And it's actually giving off some heat, so now that we finished our experiment, I'm gonna see you in science time. Bye for now. Now it's science time. Science behind the experiment by Joshita Ramisetti. What causes the reaction? According to this document, oris.oro.gov, this reaction occurs when the yeast acts as a catalyst to separate the oxygen from the hydrogen peroxide. The foam is a result of oxygen-filled bubbles from the hydrogen peroxide being broken into water, H2O, and oxygen, O2. Is this an exothermic or endothermic reaction? This is an exothermic reaction as the solution gives off heat. According to this website, www.minisync.com, the oxygen-filled bubbles which make up the foam are actually the remainder of what happens when the hydrogen peroxide breaks down into water and oxygen. The bubble felt warm to the touch because this was an exothermic reaction in which energy is given off in the form of heat. Did a chemical change or a physical change occur? A chemical change occurred as the original substances are created into new substances, which cannot be changed back. According to this website, nationalgeographic.org, physical change, the material involved in the change is structurally the same before and after the change. Types of some physical changes are texture, shape, temperature, and the change in the state of matter. A change in the texture of a substance is a change in the way it feels. According to dictionary.com, a chemical change happens when one chemical substance is transformed into one or more different substances, such as when iron becomes rust. Chemical changes occur through the process of chemical reactions, and the resulting substances have different properties because their atoms and molecules are arranged differently. Is elephant toothpaste a type of or an actual toothpaste? According to this website, www.imaginationstation2leadup.org, elephant toothpaste. This demonstration is called elephant's toothpaste because the chemical reaction produces a large foamy mess that looks like toothpaste squirting out of the tube. It is, of course, not toothpaste, so please do not try to brush your teeth with it. Is elephant toothpaste safe to touch? According to this document, sfsciencecenter.org, elephant toothpaste is safe to touch after 3 minutes. All materials can be safely disposed of in the sink, ensuring to wash with warm soapy water.